So the issue we had was a lack of ability to portray how much work or productivity was happening in the service centre. We couldn't accurately show what each technician was doing. We needed to work out, what was actually happening in the service centre at the time. So we needed a solution that we could break down the business, understanding what each technician was doing, how long they were taking, what was going on with their day, so we could effectively justify the amount of work that was coming out against the cost associated with it. So the cost, the problem was that because we didn't know, we couldn't get any resources invested into the business because we couldn't prove what we were doing. The cost to that was we couldn't grow at all. Okay. So Jürgen created a system that was effectively incredibly simple to use for each technician, and that was probably the key component. Without it being simple and easy, and without their engagement and involvement in it from the beginning, it wasn't going to get used. For want of a better term, it's a timesheet, but it is a complex way of proving exactly what they do, but yet it's a very simple tool to use. It provides capability for me as a manager to justify exactly what happens in the service centre. The result from it was phenomenal. Being able to see what was happening, we immediately knew that one, we'd set the benchmark far too low in what we initially assessed. It was 75% increase in productivity in the service centre when we put it in. It speaks for itself. It's the moment we could start measuring them, the moment they realised they were measurable, they had no choice but to perform or be administratively dealt with. Jürgen's solution has definitely exceeded expectations, provided me a number of things, one of which was proof of what was going on. It probably, to an extent, saved my bacon at some point because the business didn't. I knew we weren't productive. The business knew we weren't productive, but nobody could prove it. If I hadn't been able to prove it and justify it, I wouldn't have been able to actively target and effectively target the disengaged and I want to say actively disengaged personnel who were who were taking the company for a ride. Yeah, look, absolutely. I think from my side of the house, Jürgen has been very easy to deal with. His favourite saying is, everything is possible. I love that. To me, there are no isn't an answer. There's always a way around it. There's always a way to get a result you need. It just may not be in the most obvious manner. It may take a little bit of thought and consideration to get that. End of the day, that's what Jürgen does. He finds a way to build you a solution that works. Brilliant. Absolutely 10. I'm very satisfied. To me, it's made the world of difference. The fact that we've managed to quantify productivity in a service centre, to me, has actually revolutionised certainly this business, but not only this business, but many service businesses in the service industry. It's so often you hear in a service centre customers or people saying, or certainly managers saying, I can't prove what they're doing because they all, not every, but a lot of technicians will use the phrase, you can't judge me on number of jobs output because I do the hard jobs and they do the easy jobs, and that's why their numbers are higher than mine. It's an accurate statement to make. You've just got to work out a way around it, and the frequent repair system is the way around it.